Hello YouTube world, my name is Shiny Ninetails, and today I'll be bringing you a kind of special-ish, not really, yeah, it's a Pokemon X and Y Wi-Fi battle, but today it is going up against some guy that had a live stream last night. I forget your name, but I'll look you up and I'll tag you in here if you happen to see this. He's actually using a team of mostly Shinies except for Sylveon. And I'm using a pretty standard team that I'm pretty sure you've seen me use like 5 times. But, yeah, let's just get it started. Quick battle. I'm going to try to upload 2 videos a day on Saturday because I normally don't work that much on Saturdays. So, if you like that idea, you should leave a like or a comment down below. And I'll be sure to read that because I like to read all my comments. I started with my Samurai while he goes into a Sylveon. And I know he's going to withdraw it because he doesn't want to take anything too massive from it. But he goes on to his Tyranitar, which he said was a misclick. And I could totally believe that, because who would want to go into a Choice Banded Aqua Jet from a Samurai? Like, that was kind of just like carelessness on his part. But whatever. Takes him down halfway, and then I get buffeted by the Sandstream. Whatever. It, like, I don't know, I feel like if you're going up against a live stream and you have people watching you live, then you should be a little bit more careful. But it was still a really good battle, and I like all of his Shinies. He sends in his Dragonite, which I was really happy about, because I break off his multi-scale, like, first turn that he comes out, which, whatever. He made kind of some weird moves that I didn't really like as a battler myself. So I decided to switch out and go into my Superior, because I figured that he would hit me with something, I could live it, I could hit whatever else, and I would be fine. But he goes for a Fly, which, why you would run a Fly in a Wi-Fi battle, I don't understand. This battle kind of confused me all around, to be 100% honest. So I send in my Serpentina, who is my Milotic, and he goes for the Fly, and that won't do a whole lot to me, honestly, because I am max HP, and he gets buffeted in the Sandstorm again, and as do I, but I get it right back because of my leftovers. Now, I kind of expected him to have weakness policy on this Dragonite, but I never really, like, saw too much into it to care. But he used his Dragon Rush, and he missed, and I just go for a straight-up Dragon Pulse, which I was actually thinking he would expect, but he didn't, and that knocked that, like, I think down to maybe 10%-ish. So I get the leftovers recovery, and then he goes for a Dragon Claw. Why he stayed in, I don't understand. Like, honestly, that could have been such good death fodder for later on. I use my Dragon Pulse again, and that knocks out his Shiny Dragonite, which I hate Shiny Dragonite. I think it's ugly, I think it's disgusting. I'll never use a Shiny Dragonite ever. Get my leftovers recovery, and then I'm back up to around like 25%, maybe. Sends in his Kingdra, who he said was another misclick, and I'm just like, that's 2 misclicks in a row. I don't think anybody does that. I just think he wasn't being very careful or taking it seriously. So I was like, whatever, free win for me. So I decided to use my Mirror Coat, and that did nothing. Like, I just wanted to see how much it would do against him. Get my leftovers recovery back, and I'm basically back up to where I was before he used the Ice Beam. He goes for the Dragon Pulse, he gets Stab on it, and that takes me down to red damage, and I decide to go for a Dragon Pulse as well, and that's super effective on him, and that takes him down to red damage. So basically, it's if I can, like, tank this next hit or not, depends on whether his Kingdra goes down. But he decides to withdraw it, and he sends in his Sylveon, predicting me to go for a Dragon Pulse, and I actually didn't. I decided to go for a Recover instead, because I didn't think he would want his Kingdra to go down. So I'm back up to about 3/4, along with my leftovers. I'm not going to try to do the math. I don't like math on Saturdays. I just go for a Scald, hoping I can get a burn off, but that doesn't happen, and I was kind of upset about that. But he goes for a Moonblast, and that was really good for me because I am special defensive. It didn't do a whole lot. Get my leftovers again, which, by the way, if anybody was wondering why Milotic is one of my favorite Pokemon, it's because it is so tanky and can deal out such good damage. And it gets, like, really good moves, like Recover, Scald, things of that nature. He goes for a Shadow Ball, and at this point in time on the live stream, he was kind of like, yeah, this is stupid, you have 3 water types, and it's, like, whatever, I have 3 water types. They're not the strongest water types, but whatever. It was frustrating for me, honestly. It was more along the lines of funny, because he was kind of just giving up at this point. He goes for a Hyper Beam, knowing that I won't die. Like, he knows that I won't die from a Hyper Beam. And I just get my leftovers recovery, and he gets taken out by the Scald. I'm pretty sure he gets taken out. Yeah. Nope. He lives with 1 HP. So I get my leftovers recovery, and he's getting taken out this next turn. Whatever. This battle kind of upset me about halfway through because I think I swept him 6-0, but it was just kind of sad to see somebody not care on a live stream. Like, you have people watching you live, you want to kind of give them something to watch. He sends in his Metagross, which is shiny. I do love shiny Metagross. I kind of plan to get one. And I decided to switch out into my Samurott because I can take a Bullet Punch or a Psychic or anything really. And he hits me with a Psychic, and it takes me down to a little bit under half, and I go for Night Slash, which will be super effective, and that takes him down to below half. Now, I know that I'll live the Flash Cannon, and I'm going to knock him out next turn with another Night Slash, and that's wherever I was kind of like, why would you go for a Flash Cannon? It's a special move, you're a physical attacker, and I'm strong against Steel types. So, he sends out his Kingdra again. Now, I think I can outspeed it, but I wasn't really sure, so I just decided to switch out anyway. And I decided to go into my Superior, and he goes for the Dragon Pulse, which I know I can eat up, like, no problem whatsoever. And I eat it up. He goes for a Hydro Pump, which, again, like, it's stupid choices. Like, Hydro Pump on a Grass type. It's just dumb. I go for a Dragon Tail, and that knocks him out. And his Kingdra goes down. I hate shiny Kingdra too, by the way. It's kind of ugly looking. Goes into his Pyroar. Now, Pyroar is a big threat if you can breed it right. That's why I plan to use my Pyroar a lot more in the future. But I expected him to go for a Flamethrower or an Overheat of some sort, so I decided to go into my Gyarados. And here he got mad again because it's another water type. I'm like, ugh. I hate people that rage over this game. Like, it's fine. There's so many different things you can do. Goes for the Overheat, and it does, like, piss poor damage. It was really bad. Special attack drops, so he has to switch out, and he switches out into his Tyranitar. Now, I don't know why he did this either, because Rock is still weak to water. And Sandstorm does pick up, which doesn't really help him at all. So I Mega Evolve into Mega Gyarados, go for the Waterfall, and knock his bitch ass out. Break the mold, blah blah blah. Just knock out the Tyranitar. There we go. So the Tyranitar is now down, and I believe the only Pokemon he has left is his Pyroar. And it was kind of coming down to the point where if he had Wild Charge, he would have at least knocked out one of my Pokemon. But he didn't even have Wild Charge on his, I don't think. Unnerve. He had Hyper Beam on his. And he misses, and I just go for a Waterfall, and I knock him out in one clean hit. Now, this guy was really cool after the battle. It's just during the battle, it was really weird seeing somebody that didn't care. After the battle, he gave me a shiny Loudred with like 3 IVs, and I plan to use that in one of my battles pretty soon. But I hope you guys enjoyed this battle of almost a full team of shinies. And I hope you guys enjoy the double upload Saturday. I hope you guys have an even more fantastic Sunday. Make sure you leave a like and a comment down below, and I will see you guys tomorrow.